Well, look at you. Congratulations. You've reached Adventure Rank 15. Now, what does that actually mean for you? Well, the first thing it means is you can now ascend your characters to get higher levels. To do that, you just go to your character, you go to attributes right here, and you open that up where it says ascend, you hit that button. And then you'll be given this. Now, what this does is you'll first make sure that you have these materials on hand. This is a Shavada Jade Sliver for Kaya. Some of these Kala Lilies, which are usually found next to lakes, and these treasure hoarder insignias that you get for beating up treasure hoarders, which are the guys in like white and brown using crossbows and shovels as weapons. Let's go ahead and ascend. There we go.
Not bad.
Stats go up. We get happier. Now we can do more leveling up. So I hope you've been collecting those books the way you should. That gets more expensive as time goes. I'm gonna pour all this into Kaya first. But another note here is that you'll see that attributes has a little exclamation point next to it. That means right next to Kaya's name there, you see a button press. Hit that, and you'll open that, go over here, and then hit claim. That's a wish. Every single time you ascend a character from base level 20 to their next ascension, you will get a wish, a common wish for free. Now, as you may have noticed by now, some of the resources that you're going to need to level up a couple of your characters, namely Lisa and Noelle, are going to be these Valberries right here. I'm going to show you right now where to find these. These are all over basically this northern portion of the map, all around in here. Fortunately, they do spawn
Seems all the other nights
4 to a bush. And, oh hey, one of these.
Ooh, wonderful.
You need these for 2 of your characters, so you need a lot of Valberries. So like I said, fortunately they spawn 4 to a bush, and there are quite a few bushes of them out here. So go across the northern edge of this area here. Well, not the edge, but just up here in this northern region. Oops. And you'll be able to find all the Valberries that you need. Get that crystal. Nice to have a crystal node here. If you do want to tag mining for that, just put a pickaxe here. I wouldn't even need to label it. Pickaxe just means mining, right? Here's some Valberries. Anyhow, that's Valberries, and that's where you get them if you find yourself falling short. Okay, one important note I need to tell you about resources like this is Valberries after you've picked them all. And I've tagged these on the map as well, just so that I can find them again later. Right there. These respawn every 2 days. That's 2 real-time days, 48 hours after you pick them. So when you do find them and you pick them, it's not a bad idea to tag them if that's something that you need a lot of at the time. Just so you know where to go find it when you in 2 days when they respawn. There are plenty of resources that restock daily, but resources especially that characters need in order to level up, those take 48 hours. All right, we're back here in town because Marjorie here has something that we need in order to ascend our characters. I need from her one of these for Noelle, so I'll go ahead and get one with 10 of my Animo seals, and I need for Lisa one of these. Barbara's here. I need one of these for Barbara. These all correspond to the element of the character that you're upgrading, and these will always be important. Later on, there will be bosses that you'll be fighting in order to get higher grades of these materials, and also to get these materials in general. But for now, this shop is here to just push you over, so to speak, the requirements so that you can get your characters ascended without having to go fight anything nasty. So let's go ahead and get some of this done. You need to ascend.
Surely you don't want me working overtime. That would be no good.
You are going to work overtime. Once again, I've done that, so I can go back here and claim that wish. You need one.
Yeah, as fast as riding the wind.
Every time we find the target, you do get unlocks for doing this too. That's character talent opens up. And I should probably go into those, and I will right after I get done pushing everybody where they need to go.
What is this new power? Thank you. Now I can be of assistance to even more people.
I'll send you this right here. You don't get this for the Traveler until you hit Adventure Rank 15. So that's why 15 is so important, because this unlocks it for everyone, but specifically to her, you cannot get your ascending material for your Traveler until you get Adventure Rank. I don't think she says anything when she gets it. Bit of a bummer. Don't pay any attention to this. I have to do this because I have Barbara
A dance from Barbara
early.
to bring you more healing.
But a lot of you aren't going to have Barbara at this point. That's just what came off the roll. I need to do what I said and actually collect the things. Give me that one. Give me this one. She's very chatty. And now we've got all those. Let me just point out the talents that you unlock when you do this. Your first Ascension gets you your first one of these two unlocks. For him, for Kaya, it's going to be Frostnon. Regenerates HP equal to 15% of his attack. So that tells you that, to some extent, attack is important on him. Although, as I understand it, you don't really get a whole lot of this from this, even at high attack. But it's there, and it's not bad. Lisa gets Induced Aftershock, where hits by her charge attacks also apply Violet Arc's conductive status to opponents. Violet Arc's conductive status is normally when you tap her skill and throw it out and it makes that number appear. That number is the Violet Arc conductive status. And so now she can do this with charge attacks without having to throw her skill out. It's just another option. I will say that using her charge attack is not terrible because looking at the scaling of how her charge attack is, the charge attack damage, her scaling for charge attack is actually pretty much insane. So using that to also stack your thing that will make your skill do a lot more damage isn't a terrible thing. For Amber, you get increased critical rate of Fiery Rain by 10% and widen the AoE by 30%, which means that this is now a lot more useful. It hits a much larger area. And it actually has its own increase to crit rate, which is pretty rare for skills, actually, for them to get that. Go to Noelle. Noelle gets Devotion. This is kind of an important one for her. When a character's HP falls below 30%, Noelle, if she's in your party and she can be and she's not on the field, she will give them a shield that absorbs damage equal to 400% of her defense. That shield, that's a good shield. And so when you get into a little bit of trouble, she might actually save you. That's good. Traveler, what do you get? Oops. Traveler gets the last hit of the normal attack combo gives you an animo damage. And that's actually kind of good because getting an element without having to cast a skill for it can be really handy. I would talk about Barb, but it's not time to talk about Barbara yet. Oh, by the way, did you know that every single time you go into tutorials and actually read through these, you get a little bit of Primo Gem? There's 3 right there. Every single one of those tutorials that you just bother to look at by going over there to that will give you a Primo Gem. Now, that's not much, but there are a lot of tutorials, so it does add up. Also, I just hit Adventure Rank 16, which means that Co-op has unlocked, so now I can do that. There's a lot of people to choose from. I don't think I can help anybody else. I think people would probably be helping me out. But that's an option. It's right there. I think I'm like world level 1, right? Let's see here. I'm world level 0. Yeah. So probably anybody could come in and help me with something. But I won't be as much help to anyone just yet.
Freeze!
Come on, you. Also, Adventure Rank 16 unlocked domains, I believe. Which means now I can go... I think it said Forgery. Yes, this one. So I can go here and start getting shackles. Different materials pop up in a forgery domain every day, and these things are things that you're going to need for upgrading your weapons. Which, by the way, you can now do at Adventure Rank 15. But at 16, the domains for the weapons, for the weapon materials, actually open up. However, you can get around that by, once again, going back here. Adventure Guild's got something for me, too. It might just be the materials that I sent everybody out to get last time.
What's the hurry?
Go back to Marge here. And let me just double check to see what I need. What weapon do I have on Kaya right now? I switched to this weapon because I switched him off of the adventurer set, and he wasn't getting any life back from doing leyline chests. So I put this on him so that every single time he gets a particle from enemies, he'll get some health back. That's been good enough to keep him healthy without having to eat food. Yeah, these things that are up in the realm right now are the things that I would need for the sword. But I'd also need these things. And these things come from ruin guides, which you find, I think, in an area that I haven't actually been in yet. But they could also be around on the map. They're the big robot things with really large arms. So I can't quite do that yet. There are some of these weapons for which I can. And that's why I'm going here to Marge, browse the items, and get my hands on just a couple of these. Might as well get all 3, really. I've got enough. I'll just get all these right now, so that I have them for the weapons that will need them. That's what you can do before 16. But let me explain domains just a little bit more. I've already dumped out my resin for the day. But this is another thing that you can do with your resin. I'll just pop right over here by walking there and show you what I'm going to be talking about next. Okay, we've opened this up. Now, You can get into the Power Level 15 version of this. This is not too much of a problem. It has rules. This is what's available on Monday and Thursday. You get these on Tuesday and Friday. These are on Wednesday and Saturday. And on Sunday, you can get any material that you want. And that's something that's very specific to Sunday. That you can get any material. So there are things later on in the game, which I will explain as they come up, that will allow you to plan for Sunday and getting, whatever material you want. But for right now, just know that any material that you want, you will be able to select on Sunday. The way this works is you go in here. I don't have a thing right now. It's telling me that I don't have enough resin to do it right now, but this just takes 20 resin, just like the leyline blossoms. I'm gonna go in here anyway, just to show how it works. They recommended having Electro, so I'm gonna go ahead and go to this party here and start it. It'll take a little bit to load because it's an instance. When you get in here, I just glass past those, but you see over there on the left-hand side of the screen how you can hit that button there to see what's down. For me, it's down on the D-pad, of course. And you can see what the special condition of this domain is. For this one's kind of annoying, actually. Your character will periodically be inflicted with slowing water, which will increase your skill cooldown duration until the hydro element is removed. That's a little bit annoying. You can't really get rid of the hydro element right now, so just know that when you're going in here, you're probably going to get in a situation where your cooldowns get a lot longer than you thought they were going to be. I'm getting all these guys dead. I think it's just going to be a bunch of water slimes.
Freeze. Come a little closer.
I'll go ahead and use her ultimate here.
Go, fairy buddy! No escape!
Just use everything. I actually do have that back. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Once that's done, you can go up to the tree here. Stand in this circle right here and claim your rewards. I can't, because I don't have the thing. And it just asked me to do something that I don't want to do. And it says, can use fragile resin to restore your resin. I'm going to tell you that right now, and this is something I really should have brought up a lot sooner than now, is don't use your fragile resin just yet. That would be here in the, I want to say, the bag icon. There's fragile resin. Just hold on to this. Just hold on to this for now, and I'm going to tell you something that everybody who plays Genshin Impact will tell you about fragile resin, and that is don't spend it until you get to adventure rank 45. And the reason for that is because of artifacts, which, well, that's a whole other bag, and we're not really ready to get into the intense part of artifacts just yet. Right now, what I want you to do is go ahead and start working on getting your weapons and your characters to level 40. And that is our goal right now. Because we've just gotten the ability to do so, and we might as well do so. Because as far as you can get ahead on doing those things, the better off you'll be for fighting off these enemies. These enemies are just level 18. And Kaya is level 40, and he destroys them without mercy. And that's what the state that I want you to get to. Alright, since we've got a moment here, I'm going to go ahead and talk a little bit more about cooking and some of the benefits that you can get from it. A lot of the food that you can cook, of course, is healing food. But these ones with the large droplet, these are revive foods. These can bring a character who has died back to life. And the way that works is if a character is dead, it'll be that character slot in the party will be kind of grayed out. And what you do is you hit on that direction as if you were going to switch that character, and it'll pop up a menu that'll ask you, hey, do you want to drop a food in here to revive this character? And these will be the foods from which you draw in order to do that. This food here, this is crit food. This is a very good food to have. You can just make these I'm gonna make one right now. Why not? I don't think I have anybody who specializes in this. Every once in a while, a character specializes in a dish like this, or can give you a chance to get more of that. I don't have any of those characters, so we're just gonna cook manually. And as you cook, you get proficiency. Proficiency is I have 1 of 10 here. When I cook 10 of these, then I will be able to automatically cook it, and it will come out perfect every single time. That's all there is to that. But also, some of the ingredients that you'll require in order to make food are going to require you to... Do I even have enough to make 10 of these? I don't have enough potatoes, so let's get out of that. Some of these things are going to require you to refine something, and you can do that by going over from where the cook food option is, over here to the process option. For instance, I noticed that flour is needed for a lot of things, and you usually don't need wheat in its standard form, although I did prove that Timmy wants some every once in a while, so you should probably hold on to at least a little bit. We're just going to make 10 for now. And the way this works is it takes 1 minute per unit for this to be made. And you can just walk away from this pot, and you can go to any cooking pot in the world when those are ready to pick up, and just pick them up. That is a little bit about cooking. Something I probably should go over just now, in case you don't want people to be sending you join requests and making you feel unusual. Maybe you just don't feel very social, or you don't feel like you need any help with anything, or you don't want people taking your resources. What you do is right down here at the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, it says World Permissions. You can hit this to just say reject join requests, which means that nobody's going to bother you. Now, when you do that, I think what will happen soon, you can actually take an option that just lets people join you outright, like all the time. And then there's this one that says on the lower right-hand side, show joinable only, which for me is no one. Which seems pretty appropriate.
What's the hurry?
But if you don't want to get some random requests bothering you on the top of the screen, say, what is that? What are they going to do to me? Just go ahead and turn off the join request for now. You know, I haven't actually checked in with the statue for a while. So maybe I should do that. Let's see how we're doing on our Animoculus collection. Worship statue. Oh, I've got 11. All right, then. Just go ahead and offer all those. And stamina up. Fantastic. Statue level 6, and I only have 2 more Animoculus to go for another stamina upgrade. Okay, then. Another thing, just a side note about statues, is if you're really beat up and you're not running gear that will get you health back, and you want to get some health back, statues will heal you for a certain amount of HP per day. So go back to a statue, get yourself healed up. Or, you know, eat food. Last thing, real talk right now. You've probably leveled up some of your characters, ascended, and got your hands on some wishes, and I'm willing to bet by now some of you are just raring to throw some wishes out. So let me tell you what my policy is for wishing. And let's see if we can get some good habits established. First of all, every single time you want to do a wish, I absolutely, positively insist that you do a 10 wish. Do not do a single wish. I don't want to catch any of you ever doing a single wish. The reason for that is because if you roll a 10 wish, you are guaranteed to get at least 1 4-star item or character. And by item, I mean weapon. If you just throw out 1, you could get nothing over and over and over again. You could just get like constant 3s. You'll never get a character. Always throw a 10 wish. Absolutely. I'm going to be very serious about this. I'm very strict about it. You must throw out 10 wish. Wait until you have 10, then you can do it. You can do it any time on the standard wish banner. That's fine. That's what standard wishes are for. You can't use them for anything else. Just wait till you have 10 first. All right. So now I'm going to do it. One of those. Oh, I don't think I have one of those yet. No, I have 2 of them. I think it's a good book for Barb. And some more of those. There's a 4-star in here somewhere, I swear. Sometimes it waits till the end. Oh, I got another Amber. All right. Well, I'm well on my way to getting that thing that I was talking about earlier. Well, Amber's here. Some more Amber. Now, when you get an extra character, this is something I get to showcase now. You can go down to Constellations, and this is where you get that. You get this jar thing. What is that actually called? Stella Fortuna. Whenever you get a copy of a character that you already have. And what you use that for is to unlock a constellation. So now I have, boom, that. This is 1 arrow to rule them all. Whenever Amber fires an aim shot, the second arrow deals 20% of the first arrow's damage, and she fires now 2 arrows. Let's go ahead and show that. Boom, a couple arrows. So that's a little bit of extra damage for her. Not bad. That's how constellations work. But just so we're clear, the standard wishes, you can throw them out anytime that you have 10, but I absolutely insist that you have 10. Always have 10 and throw 10.
What's the hurry?
Don't ever get yourself into a situation where you feel like, oh, I could just throw out 1 more wish and maybe get something. And while that is technically possible, I will still insist that you throw out a 10 wish every single time. This also applies to the any banner you want to roll on. Make sure that you have 10 and are only doing 10s at a time. I insist. Okay, that's all I have to say about wishes. For now, anyway. Like, comment, subscribe.
Come
All
on,
right, see
let's
ya.
get moving.